Hey guys, we're back here at McDuff's workshop, and that's because since we finished the whole Iron King fork of the area, now it's time to go back. We have to go back. Jill, we have to go back. Was her name Jill? Shit. Anyway, I have extra Fragrant Branch of Yore now. Is the guy gonna swing at me? It's adorable. Oh no, invincibility frames. Why, game? Well, that was awkward for everybody. Just pop a life gem just to keep myself nice and healthy. A health gem a day keeps the doctor away. So we're here because I never got to do half of the Lost Bastille last time we were in the area. I went straight to the Lost Sinner, mainly because I was like, oh, look, they give us the shortcut key. Because the antiquated key used to be kind of hard to find. You had to come in a specific direction. It was kind of in a out-of-the-way direction, and then you were kind of lucky to find where to go from there. So a lot of people, like, it was kind of I think it may have not necessarily been intended as a secret, but it was not very well known that you could skip all the way to the Lost Sinner using that key. But in this game, they make it pretty easy to find the key, and to contrast that, there's a guy blocking this door. So you can't even reach two of the bosses in this area unless you have a Fragrant Branch of Yore, which I did not at the time, because I was using them to check out all these different side paths that I hadn't before. By the way, I just want to point out the durability loss here. I am halfway through my Warp Sword already. Thankfully, I use it for... That's kind of why I set up alternate movesets for... Like, this is what I use for mobs, and this is what I use for bosses. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at my Fragrant Branch of Yore. So, been collecting things. I have 3 Pharos Lockstones. Oh, is that my only Fragrant Branch of Yore? That was my only one. Okay. For some reason I thought I had more. I'll have to double check at that store. I don't remember if I bought the one from Madgerold or if the one I have right now is one that just was given to me. So this place is nasty. This part's nasty. This is where they start mobbing you with people. And it becomes dangerous really quickly. Ow. So yeah, many a bloodstain has been spawned by this specific hallway. And so you learn very quickly, if you played this game before, to back up onto this long area here. Because the moment you open that door, basically everyone downstairs aggroes on you simultaneously. And that kind of blows, because you're just getting mobbed by people. Although I have more healing items, so I'm in a good situation here. Oh my god, the Warp Sword's about to break. Alright. Whip time, for reasons. Since I can't use that weapon anymore. I'm sure it's because I know I'm hitting walls a lot, and if you hit rock and stuff like that, your weapon's just gonna degrade faster. So, there's 2 paths I can take. Might as well take the bottom path first. I'm gonna wrap around and take the top path too. Are there no secret mummies? I would expect them to just add mummies here. But I'll clear out both areas just to see if anything cool shows up. But yeah, there's a mummy. There we go. Hey, buddy. They definitely made the mummies a more universal part of this zone in this version of the game. There we go. Killed him in his cage. He didn't even break the actual cage. Alright. Oh. I'm gonna want to get inside there. There's a thing. There we go. Alluring skull. So, I really like the Lost Bastille in general. It's a nice little, like, bunch of branching paths. I like the fact that there's 2 ways to get into it. That's interesting to me. Even if it all sort of moves together. And here's death. Yep. That's a doorway with nothing behind it. You just fall to your doom. So, yeah. I definitely got killed by that the first time I was in this zone. I think that's one of the last things you expect, is the doorway that leads to absolutely nothing. That's some Beetlejuice type shit. Any bad guys around here? Because I fully expect to get ambushed or something as like a nasty surprise. Oh, no one's moving yet. So we'll check for open doors. Hello, summoner. Pilgrim Belclair. Was Belclair always there? I'm bad at remembering whether summons are at every place before. Admittedly, I often don't use them. If there's any place where I'd be tempted to summon, this is one of them. Because this is what we're going to be seeing soon, is another one of those nasty bosses that just sort of... Its idea of difficulty is not to make a challenging enemy, but to give you 3 enemies. Which are all... Oh yeah, I can't open it from the side. Oh, I forgot about that. Alright. So yeah, the way I just took is almost like a shortcut, just because it, I don't know, or this is a preferable path. Especially since you can kind of run down here, and if you get to that ladder, you can usually outpace the enemies that are following you. So it's another way around this ambush that happens is you can just go charging down the stairs and rolling past any enemies that come after you, and you can potentially get through without having to fight any of them at all. Hey guys, there we go. Thank you for being polite enough to aggro on me. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna back off for a second. Hey guys. And whip. And whip. Alright, so whip, never very damaging weapons, not even necessarily fast weapons, but damn, that range comes in handy. Very much like the threaded cane from Bloodborne. It's like, it's not my most damaging option, but the sheer range and area it covers is pretty nice. Felicia the Brave. Oh, I remember Felicia the Brave. In the previous version of the game, you could only get Felicia the Brave. Wait, is that the real Felicia the Brave? It is a small summon sign, so that almost makes me wonder if that's a player. But I don't think a player can have a gamer tag like that. Unless I don't know if it shows character or gamer tag names. Anyway, that's 2 summons. That's interesting. Although Felicia the Brave has a small... You'll notice that this one has a large soap sign. Felicia has a small one. That means that she'll be in the fight for a shorter amount of time, and she could potentially leave. Pilgrim Belclair. Oh, this is interesting. So, Felicia the Brave doesn't show up until Dringlake Castle, I believe. In the Shrine of Amana. It's the first time you can summon her, and I think she shows up nowhere else. I think Pilgrim Belclair is a cleric character that you summon to fight Sin. In the first DLC they put out. Let's go into, get ready for stabby mode. Probably do both. Oh, I don't have 2 Rapers anymore, right? I just have I have this one. Let's get started. But yeah, she's a DLC phantom that they just sort of added to an earlier zone now, apparently. Hey, buddy. Just gonna start wailing on you. Oh god, that damage. I love it. Oh, right, that's a parry. Lols. Forgetting what my buttons do. So yeah, this might actually be pretty easy. I was wondering at first if they nerfed the game, but it's probably just because of my my level of experience. So he's gonna try to jump up here, and if I can, I'm gonna want to make this a fight that takes place up here for as long as possible, because going down there is the worst. Oh, he hit me. Yeah, I don't want to fight them down there, because that's where they have free reign to gang up on me really well. If I'm lucky, I can kill Alessia before... Ow. Nope. Alright, mission failed. Downstairs. We're going to want to run away and get a heal. Just double chug, why not? There's a bonfire soon. Which one are you? Oh, cool, you're Alessia. That was a bad gamble. If that was not Alessia, I could have taken some bad damage there. Alright, so this fight's now completely comically easy. Because the Ruined Sentinels are super easy enemies. They just attack slowly. The most dangerous stuff that they have is that they have a lot of reach. I think they do relatively high damage, and more than anything, they have a really brutal spinning attack, which apparently they never did. Alright. That was over fast. The fact that they made it hard to get here at first may have also made it over-leveled a bit. I'm just going to run along the wall and keep hitting X, and we'll check all the doors that I open afterwards. Because yeah, this room's full of secrets. I don't even know if they may have added new ones. Maybe I should just check every wall. Since all I have to do is walk up to them and hit X, since of that convenient sliding block one. I find that preferable to exploding walls, just because if you're hitting X to open walls, at least then you're not losing durability when you test, which is kind of an annoying thing in the other ones. Rusted coin. Some poor guy just died inside the wall over here. Anything? Is this another secret? This one used to have a chest in it, I thought, or maybe not. It's hard to keep that specific of memory. Hello, chest. Are you a trap? This would have been a nasty place to just have a surprise mimic. People just fall into the pattern of opening that chest over and over again, then nope, this time it's evil. That's one of the things I'm expecting this game to do at some point. Is this one a secret wall? No, it's up. I think it's upstairs. Oh, ladder's on the other side. There we go. It's weird that they keep putting rungs on the sides of ladders. They should probably take those off, because it's well known. Like, they let you slide down ladders in most of these games, but it should be impossible because of the, there's an illusionary wall around here, right? Yeah, there we go. It should be impossible to slide down a ladder because it has rungs sticking out the side. These ones are a little smoother than usual, but there's some that are absolutely impossible to slide down. But the game still lets you, and that's weird. Rolling. So I was genuinely concerned that this boss might be a problem because they spam you with a bunch of enemies and you can get overwhelmed. And I think in this case, it comes down to stats to some extent. The fight can be super brutal if you aren't able to kill the enemies quickly, because you get overwhelmed by them and you have to keep rolling for so long and you have to fight multiple enemies at once. There's probably a guy in here. I hear rattling chains. There they are. Anyone else? Any surprises around here? Nope. Alright. Yeah, any enemy that has multiple enemies, like bosses that are a bunch of enemies at once, I think they become exponentially easier the more experience you have on your character. Because, sure, a good player can keep dodging and attacking at the right moments and stuff like that, but the lower the damage you're doing and the more damage you're taking, the more unbalanced and difficult the difficulty gets. And just like, basically anyone can, like, you can be perfect eventually, but you have to be perfect for way longer if your stats aren't in line. So I could continue to explore the Lost Bastille. I can also continue to explore down there where the belfry is. I think I'm gonna do the tower first and unlock every path I know of and go to Sinner's Rise. Then we'll do the belfry, just because boss fight followed immediately. Boss fight is a little... I'd rather pace it differently. We're gonna go back to Majula first, though, because I have souls. Ruined Sentinel Soul. Soul of the Ruined Sentinel, a creation of the Jailer. The Ruined Sentinel has no corporeal form, and it is only an empty soul that haunts the armor. Use the special soul of the Ruined Sentinel, blah blah blah, get more souls. So it's just armor created by the Jailer to guard the jail. A little weird that you get 1 soul for killing 3 dudes, but I'll just accept that. Oh, here we go. Fragrant Branch of Yore. I thought so. Was there anything else here? Curse Bite Ring. Curse has its uses, but I probably won't bother. I might grab the Jester Clothes just for silliness. Yeah, why not? I might wear some of that set sometime. Cheers. So yeah, Madrigal still had the Fragrant Branch. I figured I'd make a detour to make sure I grab that because we'll need it for progression if I find more statues. Let's mix things up a little bit for the sake of it. So, Hunter's Hat, Jester's Robes, Leather Gloves, Mannequin Boots. The fashion souls is now real. Oh, I caught myself up. Apparently I took a little damage off camera. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and explore this zone here with my fun little whirlwind jester bullshit. And then we'll come back to go down those stairs that ladder in a moment. Figure out what's over there. Oh, Pyromancer's gone. Oh, there's usually a Pyromancer around here. Let's be careful about this. There we go. Oh, hello. Hello, Trap. You're meant to sneak up on me and try and knock me off the cliff, aren't you? How dare you? Bastille key. Oh. That's the Bastille key? I'm trying to think. I think that might open the door... Shit. That might open the door near Strayed? I'm not actually sure. Oh, this guy's gone too. Do some guys disappear as I... Where is it? Oh, there they are. Hey, gargoyles. There they are. Foreshadowing about the fact that the gargoyles exist. And there's multiple of them. So, I'm trying to remember, the Bastille key, I think you have to normally beat the gargoyles for, or I could be mixing it up with another key, though. Try to hop across. There we go. By the way, someone tried to remind me that you can remap the jump button. I understand you can remap the jump button in this game. That's not the concern. The problem that I have is just the jumping's kind of ass, no matter what button it's on. And the fact that they let you remap it at all leads to the problem of like, oh shit, what button is it in this game? Is what the problem is constantly for me. Alright, so this little shortcut, let me skip a little bit of the area. If I wanted to, but of course here I am walking backwards to the area I supposedly skipped anyway. Fuck you, Bones. Get out of here. Anything here? Nope. So this seems to be laid out the same way it always was. And this is the spiral staircase of the central room I was in a second ago. Oh, there's a guy here. I see you. Definitely an issue with this Warped Blaze. It's so long that every time I do that little... Yeah, that attack, it hits the ground. And since it hits the ground, that means it's probably losing durability with every swing, like more so than it normally would. I don't know if the other scimitar has that issue. Alright, looks like the part of, I guess there wasn't that much more Lost Bastille anyway. So this is that locked gate we showed you a while ago in the series. Can I hit this guy? Oh god. Well, wasn't expecting him to attack me before the gate was open. I was like, maybe I can hit him in advance. But you'll remember, like, upstairs from here is going to be where Strayed is. And so I can continue that way. Not a lot to do here, though. I guess that's actually it for now. Alright. Really, they gave me the Bastille key before fighting the gargoyles. Interesting. Well, I'll check in a second to see if it's the key. I think it is, because I'm going to go pay Strayed a visit. Alright, here's the test. Yep, alright. So that's the key I was thinking of, the Bastille key that opens this door next to Strayed. That means if I had that key, I could have opened the doors next to the Lost Sinner and lit up the chamber where you fight her, which is handy because a little bit of light makes it a lot easier to fight that person. And I think there's something big here. Petrified Dragon Bone. Okay, that's not bad. And this actually is just a weird little place where you can drop down, and it just takes you right out front. I guess one advantage is that it could be. Oh yeah. If you have this door open and the Bastille key open, that means you can use this bonfire to warp here, and you can hop straight down and not have to fight any of the mummies around here. Kind of pointless though, because right as soon as you get into that building, there's another. There's just going to be another spot anyway. So, I'm interested in Strayed because we have new items here. So I can trade the Ruined Sentinel Soul for Heavy Homing Arrow. Baneful Queen gives me Bent Blade. That's a Dexterity Blade with a 15... Let's see, 1,500 souls, and it has B scaling. Might not be a terrible weapon to check out. It's interesting because it's a dagger with poison on it. I might look into that if there's nothing else to switch it for, since a lot of these are big strength weapons that I'll never use. Warped Sword, already have that. Arced Sword, that was the alternative. Let's see here, Barbed Club. Dragon Rider Soul, Lord Skeleton Soul, Roaring Halberd. Oh, it's a dark halberd. It has dark damage on it. Interesting. Bone Scythe from Covetous Demon. Seems to just be a scythe. Does have a special effect listed on it. The curved spine of the Covetous Demon is hard as a rock, and rather than slicing through flesh, the weapon seems to grind it apart. That thing that ended up as a monstrous fiend, was it... what was it to begin with? Why did it never leave the Queen? Perhaps it was entranced by some perversion of love. Concerning. You get the lance from the chariot. Dragon Rider Twin Blade. That could be an interesting weapon. Dragon Rider bow. And lots more shields that I'm not particularly interested in. I think I'm going to grab this, the Metha Blade. I'm going to go ahead and grab any boss items that are dex-based, just because, hey, if I'm making a dex character, I might as well invest. Alright, we're back in Sinner's Rise, the under area where I fought the Flexile Sentry and stuff like that. I have the Bastille key, so I just want to see what kind of doors I can open. I know I can open these, yeah. Which are just nice shortcuts, because it means you don't have to run down that central area where you have the ambush thing. So if you come through here for the first time with the Bastille key, which you're likely to have if you explore normally, since they apparently made it really easy to get, where you don't even have to go through Belfry Luna for it, which I sort of disagree with. I felt like that was the whole benefit of going through Belfry Luna, was to get this cool reward, because you had this key that would unlock secrets for the rest of the area. So you can open these top floor chambers, which is good, because that means you don't have to deal with the fact that down there's just an ungodly number of mummies to kill you with. If you walk through here, that just takes you straight to the boss chamber down there. There's one on both sides. And I think it'll probably give me access to this Heide Knight. Bastille key. Alright. I don't remember this one being locked before, but I also don't remember there being a Heide Knight in here. Fire Seed. This poor Heide Knight, he doesn't know what I've done. He doesn't know what I did to his people. Is that the... Oh, that's a... There we go, that's the parry. Alright, hey buddy. How's it going? Oh, you're... Oh, that's where they put the Heide Spear. Okay. That's what I was wondering about. Or actually... So maybe this guy has the 100% chance drop rate of the Heide Spear? Because we found Heide Knights all over the place, but I was wondering what happened to all the Heide weapons. Because they seem to be capable of dropping the armor if you farm them enough. Yep, Heide Spear. Alright. That's one of my favorite weapons in this game, just because in my first run of this game ever, I was playing as a cleric with a lot of faith points, and the Heide Spear, all the Heide weapons, are they have a holy damage built into them, which means that they scale with your faith. So that's very handy to have. So that's good to know. That's locked. There's a mummy here. Get out of my way. Oh, these are both already open. Okay. One last secret to show you guys. Or, I don't know, secret. It's not... I'm just gonna keep saying secret. It's stuff you might not know. Everyone who's played the people who are already experienced with this game are like groaning at these parts because like everyone knows this stuff, but there's also people watching the series that have never played Dark Souls before and are just now picking it up like, oh, this new version of the game came out on my PS4, and they don't and they're going through the ringer for sure because they're playing a harder version of the game anyway. So I'm gonna light my lamp. I'm gonna light my my torch because this Bastille key opens these side doors. And look what it does. Vroom. It lights this oil up, which is a neat little effect. Not often used in the game, so you don't really... You might not know that it's possible, but it's definitely more of a reasonable stretch than the than it was for the windmill. Because at least in this case, it's like, well, it's oil. Like if you can figure out what you're looking at, which is easier because it's on the ground too, and it's black and it's shiny, you can probably figure out exactly what's going on here. So you light it with your torch, and something cool happens. This whole chamber's lit up. There's a few cool things about this. First of all, 2 big braziers lighting the room up. This just looks like a cool room now, because now that you can see it in the light, you can see all these shackles where the Lost Sinner was standing. Not sure how they got out of them. That's a little weird. But you can see writing on the floor everywhere. But the biggest reason to do this is that the Lost Sinner fight is in a super dark room, as you guys saw, because these things are not lit up. Fighting her in the dark is relatively difficult. On top of not being able to see properly, the lock-on range is reduced greatly by darkness. So she'll jump away from you, and then your lock-on mechanic will break off of her, and you'll lose track of her. So lighting it up definitely helps a lot, especially in New Game Plus, where this fight becomes a bit harder. But that's it for now. We're gonna head back to Belfry Luna and take part in... I don't even know what the point of it is now, actually. The key's not there anymore, so we'll see what the reward is now.